the Skaven Chieftain, a keen supporter of his fellow ratkin that can also bring the pain. The Chieftain can be a foot hero who is anti-large and armor piercing, but he's going to be best off on his Bonebreaker mount where he becomes a heavy armor piercing damage dealer. He also has a good bunch of supporting abilities and items. Guardian gives 15% physical resistance to lords and heroes, Power Grab, which gives map-wide +8 leadership, but only when the lord dies or routs. He also has a debuff to nearby enemy infantry, reducing their melee attack. So he's going to serve his purpose well, acting like a bodyguard, making use of that physical resistance buff to lords and heroes, but he can also dive into melee and do some good damage himself with some strong combat stats. You can always team him up and give Gorich a 15% physical resistance to allow him to murder everyone. Also a nice play. That's if he's on his mount anyway. If you do want to have him on foot, he can be a pretty good anti-large hero as well. A good bodyguard for foot lords perhaps, Skrulk or Queek. He can bring his anti-large damage to help protect those lords whilst also giving the Guardian buff. In campaign, you can use him in your army or as an agent. He does have some nice agent skills, but he also has those unique abilities to help buff the army with aura and leadership buffs, an explosion to get himself or allies out of trouble, and that power grab leadership ability, essentially turning him into the new lord if your main lord dies, which could be a saving grace late battle. So the Chieftain arrives as a great bodyguard to more vulnerable lords and heroes, or just to buff them up in general, or to replace the lord if he should die, negating that big lord died leadership penalty, as well as supporting the army with leadership and melee attack debuffs. That was the Skaven Chieftain in 100 seconds.